Let's take a look at how you'll get started when you're ready to host your first world for your students. We're going to go to play, and let's just create a new world. And so before we launch our world, we have a lot of settings that we can adjust to make sure that things go exactly how we want them to. First thing we want to do is give our world a name. Notice that we can change the game mode. By default, it is survival, meaning players won't have access to their entire inventory and they have to find items. They have to eat food and build shelter to survive. We can change that to creative. Creative mode will give them the power of flight. They won't have to keep themselves alive, and they'll have access to all of the items in the Minecraft inventory to build with. If I scroll down a little bit more, you'll see that as players join my game, I can control their level of permission. So for people as they join, right now it's set to member, and that means that they can join, they can break and create blocks and attack mobs and other players. I could change this to visitor, which would basically give them access to an immutable world, a world that they can view, but would not allow them to interact with in any way. And the third option is operator. This could be another teacher I have in the classroom or some trusted students. Operators can set player permissions and use commands to have more control over the world. There are two different types of worlds. Infinite is what you see here, where the world is infinitely generating landscape. And the other option is flat, which is just a absolutely flat level of ground that you can build up from. I have some world options. I always like to turn on show coordinates because it helps you keep track of where you are in the world, which is easy to get lost. And some other cheats that you might explore. You can turn on cheats. You can make it always day if you don't want students to have to deal with darkness while they're building. You can turn off spawns, griefing, all of that stuff. Turn off a weather cycle if you don't want it to rain. We also have some classroom options over here on the left-hand side. So if I click that, you'll see that I have some options here like allowing commands. If I turn that off, all the rest of these are unavailable. We have Code Builder. Minecraft has a built-in coding platform that is really great for some computer science principles that you can incorporate into your instruction. We can turn on always day, perfect weather, some other classroom options. I don't have to choose between playing and hosting right now, but if I click host, it's going to launch my world in a way that gives me a join code that I can share with people I want to join my world. I could also launch that from the world after I've already launched the world. So now that I'm in my world, which again, this is an infinite world, all this was randomly generated. I can hit the escape button, which will kind of bring up my pause menu. And by default, I'm on my friends list or my hosting tab, and I have this join code here, and I can share this code with anyone I want to join my game. I could also grab a share link that would let people join my world if they clicked it. If I go over to my little square icon here, my cube, I have a how to play menu, and I can adjust my settings from here. If I click stop hosting, you'll see that I'll always have this option that says start hosting. And I can change player permissions from within the game as well. So all of those roles that we looked at before, I can come in and click. For myself, I kind of have to remain the operator, but for others as they join, if I want to adjust permissions, I can do that.